Okay, Saturday morning intro, and it's late. All because the me phone censored me. I was out here this morning when it was dark, and Dick was flying just over my house. Yes, just a little bit to the north. So when he loses rotation, he crashes into my house. Yes. Alright, so I was out here, but the me phone decided to censor me. Yes. So now I have to do it again, which I don't like unless it's in the bedroom. Alright, so this morning, it was minus 15 Celsius, but felt like 21. Yes, minus 21. And then on the OCO scale, in the morning, it was plus 5 Fahrenheit, but felt like minus 6. Yes, this is boring doing a second intro. Oh my. And also, too, Amazon has my book, Living Remote. Yes, my book. I got barred and blocked from Facebook media or whatever those pages because I was telling the truth. You don't need big money, big fancy dreams or instruments or houses or technology to live remote. You can do it with no money. I've done it for how many years? All right, so Living Remote is only free for 3 days. I don't know what happened there. Since 2021, I've been on Amazon. It's always been 5 days, but something went wrong here. Maybe it's the Chinese calendar or something. So it's free as an ebook for 3 days. Link in the description. And that's from December 7th to the 9th. I don't know what we're going to have to do. I'll have to figure it out, something new or something. I don't know. It's just an onward struggle. I get up in the morning, fight with the computer, fight with Dick in his helicopter, live in fear, and then fight with the computer some more. And you wonder why I got rid of that 2013 Tahoe book burb. Yes, that Sir Rodney bought for us because it had traction control, global star. The thing got stuck in the driveway on flat ground. The front brakes were on, the back wheels were spinning. That's when I decided we get rid of it because it had a computer. All right, let's back up to see the work I've done. Yes, I've been out here shoveling and shoveling and shoveling for an old guy. We cleaned off the 39 Chevy, Thor, the plow truck over there, because we're going to have to plow some snow. Maybe Brad will show up today, that useless new hire. Yes, we'll get the plow truck out, he'll show up, because it's all fun. I never even untangled the flags. I've been so busy fighting with the computer. Yes. All right, so there we go. The wood stoves are going. You can't see the smoke because they're burning hot. Yes, and Dick returned to the kingdom. He was flying way north of the kingdom. I could just see him through the trees, and his wop-wop sound was far in the distance. You figure some new rookie at Transport Canada, after 4 years of complaining, would, how would you say, try to make a name for himself and bust Dick for all his safety violations. But nope. We get the rookie cops up here to pull me over and tell me I have to wear a seatbelt for my safety. Well, having a seatbelt on in my truck as Dick crashes on top of me and my yard's not going to save my ass. Hello. But hopefully someday my prayers will be answered. And Dick, how would you say, meets Transport Canada. But I don't get my hopes up. I only phoned them for 3 years? Last year I never phoned them. That was pointless. That was like phoning the ex-wife to talk about a fair deal in the divorce. Oh well, I better go. It's lunchtime. And the boss is probably wondering where I am.
Saturday morning in Whoville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it's pretty cloudy out here right now. Bit of a wind and it's chilly. It didn't actually snow much last night, so hopefully we get some more snow. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, make breakfast, and at 11 a.m. I'll go up and do some shopping. Almost 11 a.m. and I just got the skidoo out. I'm not bringing the toboggan with me today since I don't need to grab that much at the store. Now let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and go shopping. Just after 11 a.m. and I finished shopping for the one bag and a couple loaves of bread. It was $83, but they had a few things on sale, plus my dad needed his milk. Chips were on sale and so was the pop. Now let's head over to the kingdom and drop everything off. Just after 11:30, I made to the kingdom and dropped off the groceries. Now I'll head on back into Whoville and make lunch. Then at 1 p.m. I'll come back, and it looks like we are getting the famous black cat out since he has it plugged in, so I wonder what we're doing this afternoon. Almost 12 p.m. and I just made back from the kingdom. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, and start lunch. Then I'll do the weather at 1 p.m. and head back to the kingdom. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's negative 12 degrees Celsius, which is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and go over to the kingdom and see what we're doing this afternoon. Just after 1 p.m. and I made to the kingdom. Looks like my dad already has the famous black cat out and he pulled back all the snow from my parking spot. Now I'll head down to the shop and see what he's up to. Pretty sure we are going to drag the yard a little bit and then head over in behind those trailers. We have a couple sleighs that need to be moved so we can get that trees and all the firewood that is over there. So let's go and see what my dad's doing. down at the shop, and it looks like my dad is doing a quick service on the famous black cat. Not sure if you can see him in behind there, but he's just adding some more oil to the final drive. Good thing we keep all of our cardboard because they get turned into the winter fronts. While he goes around dragging the yard, I'm going to fill up the tubs and get some wood ready. My dad just finished servicing the famous black cat. Now he'll go get dressed up so he can do some passes around the yard with the drag. Look how full the drag is. That is just from one pass in behind the house, so it looks like we did get a fair bit of snow the last couple days. Just after 1:30, and I got all 4 of the tubs filled up. That way when we cut up firewood later, I don't have to fill the tubs up. Now I'll head over down to the front gate and see what my dad's up to. I can hear him playing around on the famous black cat. Almost 2 p.m. my dad just unhooked the chain drag, and now he's backed up to the 2 sleighs here. We have to move them out of the way because right in behind here there's a big pile of trees that we need to get to so we can burn them, but we have to drag back there so we can bring the fancy trailer over, so we have to move all these sleighs. got the sleighs moved out of the way. Now my dad is going to drag in around the trees here, because as you can see there's a big pile there. Once it firms out and the fancy trailer is empty, we'll come over and pick these trees up. This is the last pile of trees in the yard. After these are gone, I'm not sure what we're going to do for firewood. Sounds like the black cat is having some problems. I think there's still some water in the system, which isn't good. And as you can hear, it just died as he was trying to go up this little hill right here. He just yelled over and told me to bring some gas, so maybe he ran out. I'm pretty sure he did check before we went out dragging, but let's grab a jerry can and put it on the back of the Polaris and head over with some gas for him. Just after 2 p.m. and I brought my dad a jerry can of gas, but there is no fuel pump on here, so when the carburetor is higher than the fuel, especially when you're going on a hill, it stalls out. Plus there's a little bit of water left in the system, so I'm going to head up to the house and get a new fuel filter, and we'll put it on the back and hope for the best. Back over at the famous black cat, and I was able to find a fuel filter no problem. Look at the difference between the two. This is why we get the clear one, so we can see if there's any issues. Now my dad will put the good one on and hopefully it starts. Sounds like the famous black cat is running no problem. Now I'll head back over to the house and park the Polaris and see what Brad is up to this afternoon. Almost 2:30 and my dad just parked the famous black cat. I was gonna show you where Brad is, but it looks like he is hiding in Thor there, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what he's up to. 2:30 and my dad's just letting the 39 warm up, then we'll move it out of the way and get Thor out. Then we are going to head down in behind the kingdom here and plow out the little trail that connects to where WHO-ville blocked us off. Down at the back gate now, and I'm just waiting for my dad to bring Thor over. Looks like he's having some problems. With the amount of snow we're getting, we might have to put the tire chains on Thor before we get stuck. Where is the new hire, Brad? This is the draw from December 8th through to Friday the 13th. Yes, Friday the 13th. Hopefully it's a lucky day. Do you guys spot Brad? Will WHO-ville block us in after we just plowed it out like they did the last few times? Email Sir Rodney once you find Brad. Now let's pan around and see if we can find him. Do you spot Brad anywhere? He could be hiding anywhere. I don't see Brad, do you? Maybe he's not even here today. And this is where you email Sir Rodney down at Westrans. 3 p.m. my dad will head back into the kingdom. We pushed out our snowdrift here and made sure nothing was blocked in, but this snowdrift right here was from when the town of WHO-ville came down and blocked us in, so we'll see if they end up blocking us in again. If they do, then it's their fault, because you can clearly see we have our trail plowed out and obviously not to block us in. Now let's head back up to the kingdom, and I'm pretty sure we're doing firewood now. .30 and we got Thor parked to 39 and we just finished cutting up some firewood. Now I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's negative 12 degrees Celsius, which is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice afternoon, so let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5 o'clock, we're quitting early. Yes, we're quitting early. We don't care what the boss says. Taking Thor out to plow a little snow. Yes, and it even made it through the snow drifts that the town of WHO-ville pushed up for us. I mean, the Department of Holidays, whoever did it, wasn't very nice. But we got through it. I think next time we take Thor out, we'll have to put the tire chains on. Yes, the tire chains. All right, everything's looking good. We moved a lot of snow today. We shoveled a lot, and it's supposed to snow some more. We got the wood stoves going to impress the Swedish kid. Yes. All right, let's scroll a bit more. I'm tired. I need some beverage to take the pain away. Yes, to take the pain away. And look at the poor flags, all tangled up, a poor state of affairs. Oh yes, just like my life. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.